Well, good morning, everybody. I'm almost to the last morning in Pahrump. Tomorrow morning will be our last video from here, and we're gonna hit the road at 7:30 a.m. for 4 months in quartzsite. So it's 5 a.m. and 43 degrees, and it's like 80 in here. I felt chilly today, and I turned up the heat. So let's go through all of the comments. And the long form video was Tacoma Adventure, a trip out to a California Death Valley town to a fire department fundraiser where we got a glimpse of the YouTuber Wonder Hussy. Didn't get to talk to her because she had such a long line all day. I mean, like, movie star long line. Um, but Wandering Gypsy, we got to talk to her and meet her. That was really pretty thrilling. And Desert Deb, another YouTuber, so we got to talk to her as well. So Mark says, Mark Alani says on Tapoca, 38 for me, life is grand. I guess maybe I was talking about age in that video, and that's how old Mark is. I can't remember. Sooner J travels on Tapoca Adventure. You miss Jenny Gibbs. She lives in Pahrump and knows all things Death Valley. And I said I didn't miss her. I just didn't film our interaction. The person he's talking about, she's a YouTuber. She's got a great channel. She's a Pahrump expert. We exchanged contact information, maybe to do a collaboration at some point. That she just wasn't. I didn't interview her. Stacy Jones on the comments video. Too cute. George and Dottie look very happy to me. Well, I think they are very happy. Mark again on a Pro Repacks Winnebago Micro Mini wheel bearings. He says good info. He says he did two separate comments on the same video. He says, may meet you this season in Q. Love this video. And that is a Pro Repacks Winnebago Micro Mini wheel bearings. If you're interested, that's a step-by-step video on how to repack wheel bearings on a trailer by a pro. Taking care of myself on the road. Mark has a comment on that too. View not that bad. Yeah, it was a nice view. I think he means sitting at the end looking out with the windshield. I did another bonus video, just a whim video. And Ken Gray says, mixed feelings on chasing cats. Not sure what you mean there, Ken. Dottie's never going to catch a cat. She's on leash. But not nice to chase them, but I doubt she would have been so quick and eager 3 weeks ago. Someone gave a fifth wheel. I think cats are pretty used to dogs chasing them. Remember Tom and Jerry? Well, that was a cat. Was that a cat? That was a cat and a mouse. My bad. Someone gave a fifth wheel to Box Fan D. She ended up selling it because it's too expensive to cool during the summer. So it would probably be okay because you are further north summers. Well, it's not necessarily a fifth wheel. Obviously, the bigger the space and the bigger the ACs, the more it costs. But a decent size, just a bumper pull at a decent size. You can have an electric bill like in quartzsite or here in Pahrump in the summer when it's 115, 120, $500 for a month, easy. Now, one way around that is replacing that AC with a mini split, and if I do the permanent fifth wheel thing or park model in the new place, I've been talking about this a lot. This Escapees co-op that I'm on a wait list for, that hopefully I'll get in a couple of years. I want to have it'll be a permanent spot, so I want a permanent rig there, not one that I tow around. And I'm talking about a fifth wheel. I'd rather have a park model, but it's so much more expensive to buy a used park model because fifth wheels that are for sale are fairly ubiquitous, and so the prices are lower. But you can put a mini split on anything really, and it's very efficient, both heat and air conditioning. You just got to get it installed properly and buy one that is large enough for what you're trying to cool down. On the comments, Ken Gray said a quick Google search shows that a new study found cancer-causing flame retardants on black plastic kitchen utensils and black food containers. I didn't see the food container part, but certainly the plastic kitchen utensils like spatulas and things, there's been a plethora of news articles on that. And so I got rid of my black spatula, and why not believe them for a couple of bucks? So I got a stainless steel one now. Stephen Goshi on the Tacopa Adventure. Hi Rob, enjoyed your discussion about possibly getting a larger RV for permanent setting and keeping your smaller travel trailer for traveling. Is there an advantage with a fifth wheel versus a longer bumper pull as a permanent parked RV? And I said, just fifth wheels are more plentiful and consequently less money. If dollars were not a factor, I would get a park model. I'd buy one of those fairly new park models. They're really nice, but they're $80,000 to $100,000. So if I win the lottery, I'll probably get a park model. And there's a narrow, a lot of park models are 12 feet wide. That's not, I can't do that. They won't let me do that at the park. It's got to be the maximum width of 8.5 feet. And I think it's a maximum length of 40. I'll have to double check the length thing, but I know 8.5 is the max for the width. Tommy, on the bonus video, I have the DJI Phantom 4 Pro. It's a big drone, but it's amazing. I can fly it in winds over 20 miles per hour. It has so many safety sensors. I think a 5-year-old could fly this one. I hope Trump opens up a lot of our oil fields and sells it to the world to help our national debt. I guess he means public land, drilling on public land, and I don't know. I don't know what he means by that. We shouldn't leave it to our kids and grandkids to try to fix what our generations have spent. Good luck in your upcoming move. Give Dottie and George some scratches from Journey and I. So, I mean, that's a little bit, you mentioned a candidate. That's political, but I'm going to let that one go. And please don't comment on that politically, because if people start commenting on it politically, I'll have to shut it. I'll have to shut it down. Tommy says, Wonder Hussy helped Jeepsy, I think. They did some collabs back when Jeepsy started. I think that helped her starting out. You should talk to either of the Sarahs. I'm sure either would do a collab with you that might help jump your subs up. Well, Wonder Hussy and Jeepsy, they're very similar kinds of channels, and a collaboration makes sense. And although I would love to be, get a boost from doing something with someone with hundreds of thousands of viewers like Wonder Hussy, I don't have that kind of a channel, and she's really would have no incentive to do that. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. But nice and good. Thanks for thinking of me, Tommy. Wanda Baker says, this is an older one, quartzsite events this year, things to do in 24 and 25. She says, love quartzsite, been going there for about 20 years. My folks went every year and introduced it to me. And we have Randy and the Tacopa Adventure. Great little road trip, and Dottie was such a good girl. That is so cool. You shared the impact of her story. Takes guts to put things out there and own it. She's talking about the little mini interview, the talk I had with Wandering Jeepsy. It was mostly me gushing over her, and she's very genuine. Really put herself out there with really very traumatic things that have happened to her in her life, and how she has gotten to the other side of those things. Very, very inspiring. Wow, look at Dottie go. That's awesome. That's Randy on the bonus video. Yeah, she's with the medication. She's way more perky on the walks. And M. Campbell says, I mentioned, hey, if I get a bigger rig in the new place permanently, I'll have a bigger air fryer. And she says, my problem with having a larger air fryer is that it will make more cookies per batch. I lack the restraint for that. Thank you for the peek at George. That's funny. And Randy's back on the infant panda. I remember when they were gifted back in the 70s, and my school took a trip to Washington. I believe that was China gifting them. It was the highlight of my trip. I thought they were the cutest things ever. Hanson on the road on Tacoma Adventures. I've only been pulled over one time while pulling my travel trailer, and that was the state of Nevada, and the officer pulled me over because in the state of Nevada, if you have more than 5 people behind you, because you're driving slow and you're on a highway with 2 lanes, one in each direction, you must pull over and let that traffic by. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that because there was nowhere to pull over, and I made the officer follow behind me probably 3 miles before I pulled over, where I was half off the road, half on the road, because there was nowhere to pull over. He didn't not end up giving me a ticket. He didn't not giving me a ticket, though. I think that means he didn't get a ticket, I'm sure. Or it means, I don't know what, he didn't not, that's a double negative. So I don't know whether he got a ticket or not. I think what I was talking about is, having the camera, all the stuff on my dash filming. I think that technically, if you're blocking too much of the windshield, you can get a ticket for that and get at least pulled over for it. Desert Deb, it was nice seeing you again, Rob. Hope to visit in Quartzsite later next month. Yeah, I can't wait. And Nathan, Living Journey, what a great desert drive. I love a driving vlog. I always feel like I'm driving with you. It was really cool to see the 2 Sarahs. Sharing a little bit of your story is always a great part of it. You're really a good dude, Rob. Oh, thanks, Nathan. And let's refresh to see if anything new has come through. You've probably already seen it. The Death Valley video is out today, and a positive news video about artificial intelligence surgical robots. What could possibly go wrong? I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.